everybody. Welcome to Going Nuclear, full-blown coverage of the Land, part of the Land Multimedia Group. I am Ethan Greenberg, joined by my co-host Drew Hagenbaugh and Mike Pellegrini. And we've got some very special guests tonight. We've got the one, the only, always positive Jay, and this other, Emmett Golden. No, Emmett Golden and always positive Jay, our guest tonight. Emmett Golden, you will know him from ESPN Cleveland, co-host of The Next Level, co-host of Hammer and Emmett on ESPN National Radio, and you are on, 3 nights a week, game night? And
yeah, game night. Yep. I'll be on tonight, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. with Q Myers.
Man, how do you stay awake?
Man, you just get used to it. You know, you also take full advantage of the free time, that you get. So that's how I do it. I maximize my Thursdays and Fridays and Sundays.
There you go. That is the way to do it. Unless they call you in to do a 24-hour playoff extravaganza for the Browns, but thankfully or not, they haven't. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna have to worry about that this year.
Yeah.
I hope so, but who knows?
Yeah, I hope so as well. But I digress. How many times can I digress, Emmett? In like
over under digress and time.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, Emmett, thank you so much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Jay, thank you for joining us as well. The one, the only, always positive Jay. You're a legend in your own right. You're a former host of the Carlos Baerga show on Big Play Network. You are the man, and really appreciate you being with us as well.
Oh, it's an honor to be on, especially with this guy next to me. He's kind of one of the people that got me going to want to think I can do this as a job or get paid for it at one point. I got there. Now I'm a free agent, but that's all right.
Yeah, I'm just the opening act. APJ is the closer, for sure.
Exactly. First off, dude, awesome opening song. Like, wow, that was great for a podcast. I ain't never heard anything like that before. I was like bobbing my head. I'm like, okay. Well, and while that was going on, Petey Halpin, I think, just made SportsCenter top 10 on a catch. That was amazing. He crashing into the wall. Good stuff here. Starting off hot, right? Hot and good.
There it is. Hopefully they can win. Well, Emmett, you are not only a Cleveland guy, but you become a super fan of Tottenham Hotspur. And as I do this podcast with Drew, who is a Tottenham fan, and Mike, who is in the UK, is a Tottenham fan, and I'm a Tottenham fan as well. You don't probably get an opportunity to talk a lot of Tottenham, and I know you enjoy doing the World Cup dates, even though some people in your immediate vicinity might not have been as hype about the World Cup. I figured we could have a little chat here and some fun about that because we don't get to talk too much with people about it. With that in mind, how stressful was it watching Tottenham last season as they fought to stay out of the relegation zone?
Man, it was I'm surprised at how stressful it was. It's one of the ways that I know, like, I'm fully COYS, right? Like all the way. Like I'm all Tottenham for sure. Gerard Cherry makes fun of me sometimes and goes, I think you love them more than you love the local teams. And I'm like, I might, right? Because nobody really cares what I think about Tottenham, right? If I say something, I don't have to worry about the Lewis family hitting me up and saying I didn't like what you say. So it's not work; it's fun for me. And by the way, I was wearing Tottenham kit at training camp today. I got home and took a shower. That's why I'm not wearing one now. But it was funny because that last game, they were up with in stoppage time and all that. I was still pacing in my basement. And my wife looked at me and she was like, there's no way this other team is going to score 2 goals. It's like, you only got maybe 90 seconds left. And I was like, shh, don't jinx it. Like, we need to get these 3. I want 3 points. I don't want 1. I want 3 points. But it was awesome to see that they stayed up. And what they've been doing early in the transfer window has been out of this world.
Yeah. And, I know Drew's got some stuff on the transfer window, but do you think De Zerbi is the right guy for the job compared to prior managers? I know you were a big fan of Ange Ball.
Oh man, I love Ange. Ironically, I just saw my shirt after I got out the shower that said Ange Ball on it. Yeah. Postacoglu was one of my favorites. Jose was all definitely one of my favorites as well. But I do like Deserby. I do like the big personalities at for a manager. So I heard Deserby say, I believe it was today, that he wants Tottenham to play like they did when Postacoglu was the manager. And I thought Big Ange was great. The soccer was fun to watch. Obviously, they gave up a bunch of goals, but it was fun to watch, and they did win the Europa League. So I was disappointed when they let him go, but I'm loving Deserby right now for sure.
Right. And then how much do you think Daniel Levy being out of the picture changes things for the squad and this historic club and how they're operating? I mean, we'll get into the transfer window in a minute, but how much do you think the Levy thing matters?
I think it only matters because of how close they came to relegation, and I think now that they're spending so much money because they were embarrassed to be where they were at. Now, Daniel Levy, it definitely felt like he wanted to win the negotiation more than he wanted to win games. Like he was like, oh man, I saved us $5 million. Yes. And it seemed like he really loved to win every negotiation. And I kind of like this new thought of who cares? Oh, 100 million for Tonali. There you go. Take it. Give us the player. Let's get out of here. If you go back a year ago, maybe Gibbs White, maybe they just go throw so much money at Marquez that he had to let him go. So I definitely like it, and I think it has more to do with the embarrassment of almost being relegated than it necessarily does with Levy.
Thank God the NFL does not do relegation. In the lowest league, the Browns would be in big trouble, man.
Facts.
We'd be playing with Akron University in the.
No, I'm pretty sure Akron would be ahead of us.
Yeah, that's true.
They might very well. I know that. I think Jay, Drew, Emmett, Mike. I don't know. One of you guys could possibly win that chance to script the opening offensive possession for Akron. I think that's you might be very successful. You might steal somebody's job. Drew, I know you got some specific questions, so I'm going to let you guys kind of take care because, again, Emmett, these guys are and you guys are way more in.
I got a question too, guys. I got one ready.
Oh, you do? Well, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Well, please shoot away.
Yeah.
Well, the World Cup just passed, and everyone's like, "Oh, soccer is it going to get the attention and stuff that it was?" And obviously, it's not going to get the attention when the World Cup's on. That's huge.
Right.
But I see like soccer really growing a lot over here. We just got 2 new teams and stuff. And when we had Emmett, what's the biggest soccer game you ever been to? I know you became a big fan.
You know what? I've never been to a soccer match.
Because when it was Brazil and Egypt came to the Brown Stadium, I was working, and I ain't never seen the stadium rocking like that for any Browns game. Like, they don't sit down, Emmett. They are just going and going. Like, they're like all about it, arguing with each other in the elevators and stuff. It was great. You guys see the momentum growing in this country with soccer?
I guess in the moment it's growing, and I'm sure there will be people that, were inspired by what they saw, and will, start following the sport. I don't think it's going to take over America. We are.
No, I don't think it'll take over. But...
arrogant, Americans are, if anything, very arrogant, and it's not our sport. So I don't necessarily, see it growing substantially, but I do think it will grow. It's funny, last year, we took a bunch of fans to see the Browns play at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I couldn't go. I had some stuff going on with my wife's health and stuff, and I had people at work going, "Oh man, I bet you're bummed that you couldn't go see that stadium." I said, I don't want to walk through those doors unless I'm seeing Tottenham play. Like, I don't want to go there and see the Browns.
You got this group right here needs to get yourself together and go out over there and go to a Hotspurs game. That would be awesome for you guys.
That would be
for
sick.
sure.
It absolutely would. Absolutely would. I know my brother was just over there they were there for a Harry Styles concert. and
They like-
in London, and they went, but they did tour Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So my brother sent me pictures. They got down. They were in the NFL locker room, so there was like a Browns jersey in there and that sort of thing. But I digress.
All I know is when Kevin Arnold is your podcast partner for years, you learn a lot about soccer. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. So, Drew, you've been following the transfer window. I'll let you get into it a little bit here.
Yeah, so following the transfer window, we're still kind of in the midst of it. Which signings so far do you believe will make the biggest impact this season for Spurs?
As crazy as this sounds, Van Hecke, right? Because they're obviously, Romero's going to be gone at some point. They'll probably lose money on that. I'm sure Daniel Levy will be upset because they're not going to get proper market value for him. But I know Tonali and Fernandez are kind of the big, names with the money. But really liked what I saw from Van Hecke in the World Cup, and having a center back that could break the lines, and kind of progress the ball. I know that's what De Zerbi is looking for. So I'm excited to see that. And it's a natural pairing with him and Van der Ven because they're on the national team together. So they're already familiar with each other, and there shouldn't be any growing pains at all. So that's one under the radar. He's on my, which kid am I getting next? I'm going to wait until the deadline is done just in case they really go get a whale, in that attacking third. But Van Hecke is the one I've really liked so far.
Well, speaking of bringing people in, who would you like to see them bring in? And what position would you like to see them go after?
Yeah, it's funny because can we just walk away from Savinho? I would love for that to happen, but it seemed like for 2 years they've been trying to get it done, and City just will not let him go. And I'd love to see him as part of that attack, but I'm just over it now. I'm so over it. I know Gakpo has been rumored. Was it Osman, I believe?
Victor Osman.
Another guy. Yeah. He would be awesome. I don't know if they, from a wage standpoint, if they'd be able to compete with that. Even though I know that they're paying guys a lot more. But I'd love to see them just add some depth to that wing. I like Solanke a lot. That scorpion kick last year was out of this world. So I think he could hold it down. But I just want to see him do something, with that front three and on the attacking side.
Yeah, no, I agree because don't get me wrong, Solanke is good, and I like Richarlison quite a bit too because Richarlison can score goals when he's healthy, but that's the biggest issue is the health.
When he's healthy, right?
Yeah. So, but the last thing I had was with where this team is now. Where do you believe we're going to finish in the table, and do you think we can make any cup runs in the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, so this is how I kind of make fun of Cleveland fans that act like I'm about to act right now, right? They're gonna be in the top 4, right? Like there's no doubt. They're definitely gonna be in the top 4. I'm not even worried about that, but I do think they can make a deep cup run because they don't have European football. And if what De Zerbi is able to do what he wants to do, this team's gonna be deep. He's rising the floor, which I think is so huge. So, how teams, especially in the early goings, treat the cups, the cup matches. So I definitely think either one of us, the FA or the Carabao Cup, I think Tottenham can make a strong run at that. But I got them in the top 4, already jumped on Cauchy and, kind of invested in them being in top 6. So I'm all over that.
Well, it's not out of the realm, too, because we just talked about United, who went from, I think it was 16th to 3rd. So it's definitely not out of the realm for them to finish in the top 4.
Yeah. And again, the quality of the players now that they have, we've seen them. It wasn't too long ago. They were in that top 6, what was it, 2 years ago when they qualified for the Europa League. They were right there. So obviously we know Ange decided to punt on the Premier League season to focus on the Europa League. And then Thomas Frank just screwed it all up. The following year, he just screwed it all up. But I think they could bounce back. And I might be a naive Spurs fan, but I definitely have them in the top 4 this year.
Do you get to listen to any English soccer talk shows, or do you watch any YouTube videos or follow anything
Ethan.
really close?
So Talk Sport, right? And
Right.
Simon Jordan is by far my favorite media personality in this world. He is so arrogant and condescending. I love every moment of it. You know, I love listening to him to talk. I listen to him talk. So I'm a big talk sport fan, but Simon's my favorite. But I love those guys. Mike, not a big talk sport fan.
No, not at all. And he's obviously got connections with Daniel Levy, so
Oh, he's always he calls it carrying water for Daniel. He's like, yeah, you are. Yeah, he always is having Daniel Levy's back because they're obviously friends or mates, as he would call it. But I just think he's entertaining. You know, I think he's entertaining. It's funny because people that know me, I'm not with the disrespect and being condescending. That's not how I get down. But I like to watch other people, when I'm not involved in it. So I'm a big Simon Jordan fan, even though he kind of goes against everything that I project and that I do. But he is very entertaining.
Could you imagine?
what do you think about Gary Agbonlahor and his comments about Spurs spending and it being unfair because we finished 17th last year?
I mean, sour grapes, it's like, listen, anybody, you can spend, generate some revenue. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do, and you'll be able to spend. And also, Tottenham has sold some guys. They got quite a bit of money for Harry Kane not too long ago. I know Son wasn't a large fee because he went to the MLS. But yeah, everybody hates Spurs. And it's one of the things that I love. It's like if we're so insignificant, if we're not a big club, why do you care so much? Like, why are you crying when you see Spurs make a big move or something like that? So I think it's funny to me. I just think it's hilarious how everybody hates Tottenham, even though they claim not to care about them and that they're insignificant.
Emmett, could you imagine if we in the United States could get away with the commentary that they have in England and Europe on the radio and the airwaves? Would that not be crazy?
Yeah, I mean, there's some folks over here that that push the envelope, a little bit. I've always been fascinated by the reporting, especially on the transfer market. When you talk about fast and loose, there's like, yeah, this guy it's going to be a done deal, and then you never hear about it, again. But I'm like, give me all the transfer news. I don't care if it's real or not. I get off the air most nights at 1:00 in the morning. I walk over to my couch that's right here, turn on YouTube, and I'm watching Talk Sport. I'm watching Chris Cowlin, who I love, who I've gotten to know for a little bit. Love Chris, Ben Bowen. Like, I'm watching all of that stuff until about 2:00 in the morning. Then I go to bed. So I'm a big fan of the media over there because they give me what I need. I need my Spurs info.
That's amazing. I'll tell you this story. When I was growing up, my dad, he had a shortwave radio. I mean, we're talking kid of the 80s. You and I, we're about the same age.
Right.
But he's like, all right, you got to listen for the scores. I think my grandfather still had a betting slip, like a running bet on games. But I'm listening to the BBC. And having to write down Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Nottingham Forest, and I'm listening. So it's amazing how much has changed, obviously.
Yeah, it's come a long way
with the internet and such. Okay. Who do you rank as Tottenham's biggest rivals? I mean, assume you say Arsenal would be number one, but if you were beyond Arsenal, who do you feel is the biggest rivalry with Spurs in your mind?
I mean, beyond Arsenal is probably Chelsea, and it might be more Chelsea, because there's times when those two teams play that I feel like they really hate each other, like personally hate each other.
The Cucurella hair pull.
Yeah. And I feel like the Tottenham Arsenal thing is just like, bragging rights for North London. You moved to, we're originally from here. You moved here. And they definitely are rivals and it's heated. But I feel like there's tons of bad blood against Chelsea. When they played in Australia, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Tonali that said he spoke to Ben Davis. And he said right away, I knew how important this game was, that it was not a friendly. That it meant a lot. So I'd probably say Chelsea is like the most heated rival that Tottenham has.
those games that come the last game of the season when those matter the most, and then it turns into just a backyard brawl of sorts. It's kind of
I mean,
crazy.
Danso got a red card in a friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like that tells you he went in. Yeah, he went in hard on that challenge in a friendly. So I think that says it all.
Yeah. Where would you rank the rivalries of Tottenham in comparison to any of our teams in Cleveland, Ohio, whether it be Ohio State, Michigan, or the Browns and the Steelers or Ravens? I'm just curious where to give a feel for people who might not really know much about it.
Me.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit on it. Yeah, this is for Jay. I think you kind of hit on it. I think it's very much Ohio State, Michigan, Browns, Steelers. You know, where it's you know, where you don't mention their name, and especially, I mean, Mike, you could probably speak to it. You can't even walk down the street wearing those colors. You know, if you're in the wrong neighborhood, if you're around Tottenham Stadium, you're wearing an Arsenal kit. I don't know if you're gonna make it back. You know,
I won't even wear red unless it's Guardians gear. Seriously, like literally outside of that, I don't even wear red. So.
Yeah, it's like that. I've heard stories. There's actually a documentary I started watching about Tottenham Arsenal and that rivalry on YouTube, and there was people saying, "Oh, I've seen some brutal stuff." So yeah, it's for real over there. But for people that don't know, I would say like Ohio State, Michigan, Dodgers, Giants, like that type level.
Excellent. And that
I'm gonna interrupt all you guys real quick. It's way more than both of those, man. I watched a YouTube video of like the greatest soccer, like stands fights. Soccer fans, they will throw hands in drones, man. Like it's like a riot in the stands sometimes. They don't play. They are way more passionate about it than we are. And it's not even saying we're not passionate. It's just they're an extreme I have never seen before.
I mean, when you watch the games, you see the security guards. Lining up in between the away fans and the home fans. So now it's serious business.
Yeah, there's stories. I don't know if you know this, APG. There's stories where they actually had to separate the fans. So they put away fans in a certain corner of the stadium, surrounded by security up and down, because back in places like Slovakia and all these other places, they would kill each other, like literally kill each other if you're wearing another color. So they had to start separating everybody. And saying, like, look, this is your corner. You do not leave this corner. The only place you go is to the bathroom and back to your seat. That's it. You do not leave this corner. And you have to wait for the home fans to leave before you can leave.
That's what I was going to say. I've heard that you got to let all the home fans. Yeah, you got to let all the home fans clear out the stadium before they let the away fans go. So, it's brutal.
It is brutal. Now, one thing I wanted to mention to you, I didn't want you to feel out of place here, just like you were at home. I saw Gerard with this big giant water jug today on the next level, so I thought I would bring mine out. Just
I feel so much better now, Ethan. Thank you.
Can I offer you some beans while you're at it?
No, thank you.
How about a handheld hot dog?
Yeah, I'm good on that as well, for sure. These are all things Gerard has done and eaten for sure during the show.
How about some cake, crumbled up cake in a Ziploc bag?
In a Ziploc bag, yeah. Yeah, it's water now. That's what Gerard's kick that he's on. He's on the water kick right now.
That is amazing. Do you think that sports in North America would be better if there was more chanting and singing like there is in soccer across Europe and around the world?
Absolutely. I went to the Usher Chris Brown concert. Yeah. And there was a moment where I forget which one of them, but they were singing a song. They stopped and the stadium started to finish singing it. And I looked at my wife and I said, I bet this is how it feels to be at a Premier League game. To be at a game over in Europe, a soccer game, to hear that. And I also said the place was, it was full, but they cut half the stadium off. I said, so imagine how much louder it would be if it was 60,000, if it was 70,000. That's one of the things that, really kind of grabbed me about the game is just the passion, in the way that from start to finish, man, the fans are heard.
It is something else. It is absolutely something else. wanted to ask you just real quick because I know that you've got to get going. You've got game night, you got sound check, etc. And I value your time here, and thank you very much for being with us. Just to real quickly touch on it, the Browns training camp today. I don't know, what have you been seeing out there? Kind of your early impressions of Monken and just the team as a whole. I know we've got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, I would say, to the start of camp, the offense has just sputtered. While it's weird because I think the rookie receivers have looked good. I think Harold Fannon's looked great. Isaiah Bond has looked really good, but it's kind of been in spurts because I think the quarterbacks have struggled. Now today I was out there and in the red zone. Deshaun Watson, this was the best I've ever seen Deshaun Watson. He had 9 throws, 7 of them, I think, were touchdowns, or 6 of them were touchdowns. He only had like 1 incompletion during that period. And Dylan Gabriel did well. Shador was solid too. This was the first day that the offense looked respectable. Where you go, oh, okay, yeah, I see. We can score some points this year. The defense, I think, will be all right. They need to get healthy, but I think they're going to be fine. They got guys all over the field. But today, the story of camp was how good Deshaun Watson looked, because he hasn't looked good most of camp, but he looked great today.
Yeah, and keeping in mind, obviously, everybody was playing on the same field. I mean, with different groups, but it was 7-on-7s where there's no pass rush. We weren't in pads. Does that in any way, shape, or form diminish what Watson did today, or make it any better on days when they are facing a rush? So on. I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think as long as you take it for what it was, and it was a good day after 5 bad ones. So it's nothing for me changed. I still would rather see Shador be the starter going forward, and just let's see what you got in him, and let the chips fall. It was in shells today, but you still got to compete. And they were competing. Now, it's not the end-all, be-all, in the grand scheme of things. Again, it's just one day. But that's how I'm looking at it anyway. So I don't put more stock in it. I don't put less stock. I look at it and say, yes, this group had a good day. This guy had a good day. And then you close that book and you open a new one tomorrow and see what happens.
Have you been able to find out, I was really curious about this, there's cameras on the helmets of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how they are using those, whether it be in film study, in the classroom, or otherwise in their evaluation of the quarterbacks? Have you learned anything about that specifically?
Yeah. So as I understand it, the coaches look at that because they want to know what the quarterbacks are looking at, where their eyes are. So when they snap the ball, do they go to the first read? When they walk to the line, are they locating the safeties or the linebackers and stuff like that? So that's why they wear those cameras, to give the coaches a first-person perspective of exactly what the quarterbacks are looking at as they go through their progressions and as they step to the line. So it's a tool, innovation is part of the game, and that's a thing that not just the Browns, but there are some other teams doing it.
Right. And do you think the Browns are just being overly cautious with these injuries and all the guys who are not playing? Or is it something we should be concerned about? Because, again, so many defensive linemen, our secondary not playing.
Yeah.
Are they major injuries that we should be worried about, or it's just being cautious?
I think the majority of it is being cautious. Like, I'm not worried about Schlesinger. I'll say, like, I'm not worried about Schlesinger. Even like Mike Hall, I think he'll be all right, when it's all said and done. So they went and got a new tackle off of waivers, or off of free agency yesterday, I should say. So that tells you that at least one of the injuries still in the offensive line is serious. I don't think Mason Graham, I don't think he's a guy that you need to worry about. So there have been some guys out. The one thing is, outside of the secondary, or I guess I would say outside of corner, the Browns have some depth. Now that depth is wearing thin because there's a bunch of guys out, but once guys are starting to come back and ready to go, I think they'll be fine. I don't think there's anything major right now that we need to be overly concerned about.
Okay. And just real quick, Gardos all the time. What do you think of the moves at the trade deadline? And are you at all? Are you hurting? Are you mourning that Manzardo got sent down to AAA?
I'll start first. I mean, I loved what they did because the whole Manzardo thing actually started. What was that, 3 years ago? When
I was
the
told
Guardians,
when you were told,
yeah, they were sellers when they were a game out, and I was upset because I'm like, no, if you're a game out, you got to go after it. You don't know how many opportunities you're gonna have, and there were the lot. What I was told is the clubhouse felt exactly like I felt, but there were a lot of fans. Emmett, you're tripping. They're not doing anything. This guy Manzardo is a can't miss prospect. You're never gonna get a player like this any other way. So I embraced it because I'm like, hey, I'll root for Manzardo. I went and got a jersey before his jersey was on sale, got it personalized and got it out there. So disappointed that he is that they sent him down. But I also know it happens, especially to young players, and that, getting sent down at his age where he's at in his career isn't a death sentence.
Jose was sent down.
Yeah. So I think he'll be back at some point. But he was struggling defensively more than anything. I know offensively he had warmed up over the past 2 or 3 weeks, but defensively he has struggled a lot, and you need a guy you can depend on defensively at first base.
Right. And what were you shocked by the swift removal, the DFA of Arias after yesterday?
Not after yesterday. No, not after yesterday.
Yeah.
They give all their guys chances. So I'll say that when they make a move to DFA a guy or send them down, it's because they've tapped out all of the opportunities. So they're a fair organization, and it was time.
Absolutely. Well, Emmett, I know you have to go, and I want to thank you so much for your time and joining us. We have to have you back on again. We'll have more time to talk more Spurs and everything else that's going on. Again, folks, Emmett Golden, co-host of The Next Level on ESPN Cleveland, 850 WKNR Cleveland, a Good Karma brand station. Also, co-host of Hammer.
Sounds like you want the job.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying out. Co-host of Hammer and Emmett on ESPN National Radio and Game Nights on ESPN National Radio, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. He'll be on there tonight, so be sure to tune in for all your late night sports with Emmett. And you normally are with, let's see, who are you normally with?
It's Q Myers.
Q Myers.
I'll be with Q Myers tonight. He's the guy Monday through Friday. It's myself Monday through Wednesday, and then Mia O'Brien, who is awesome on Thursdays and Fridays. So that's kind of the schedule on the late nights. If you're ever up late, throw on ESPN Radio. Come hang with us.
Oh, absolutely. Just amazing. Emmett, thank you so much. We'll be listening to you tomorrow. And I don't know if you'll be out in Berea on Saturday. If you are, maybe I'll catch up with you there.
All right. It was good talking to you guys. Thanks for having me, and come on, you Spurs.
Yes, come on, you Spurs. Thank you very much, Emmett.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Take it easy. Thank you. Emmett Golden, that was fantastic. And Jay, thank you very much for being a contributor and a participant. Really appreciate it. So, Jay, what's happening, my man? Always positive, Jay. So good to have you here as well. I know you had some stuff you wanted to get off your chest about the Guardians.
I'm so happy with what the Guardians did. Just like Emmett was talking about, like, to me, anytime Jose Ramirez signed that contract, again, I always related to like him giving them the same ability as when a team drafts a quarterback in their rookie season and they get that awesome contract. And if he's really good, you like go all in with the team. Jose's done that now for us twice. And every year I'm like, you should be going all in ever since he does this. Not to mention you have the longest route of not winning a World Series. Like, it's time. Like, you owe it to Jose, you owe it to the fans, and they did it. And what shocks me is I can't believe how many people you hear in like other stations complaining about the moves. I'm like, dude, you're not going to go out and get these massive names, but these are great ball players. And when those people say that, it's like I said on Twitter, like, tell me you don't know ball without saying it, please, because what the Guardians did is amazing. And you like, who's the guy in ESPN you were talking about? They ranked him number 1 now. Buster Olney. Buster Olney knows ball. And if he puts him up at number 1, It's because he knows something, and he's seeing what I'm seeing. I think right now they might have the best starting pitching in baseball, even over the Dodgers, in my opinion. Dodgers might have Scooble the best pitcher, but as
Right.
an overall 1 through 4, like, wow, Tanner Bibby's a great pitcher. And then you have a guy we just acquired, and then Parker Messick looks like Tarek Scooble 2.0, more or less, and Gavin having an unreached with the streaks of 10 strikeouts in a row. Like, why not go all in, especially with the AL as low as they are right now? All you got to do is get in the playoffs. I love to win the division because I don't like those play-in short playoff games, 3 games, whatever they play now. I think that's ridiculous. At least play 5. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, out of the acquisitions we made, I mean, guys, I'll open the floor. Jay and everybody else, what is your favorite move that they made? Who do you like? Which acquisition do you like best?
the pitcher.
Yeah, Foster Griffin.
I'm all about it's always been about pitching with me. I'm glad we got hitting. I love all of them. Lowe is great. Joe's awesome. But dude, you got an all-star pitcher that what was he, 14-2 right now? With 3 ERA, like for nothing? You didn't even give up the best part is you didn't even give up a top 40 prospect for any of these guys. So you got
Crazy.
you filled every need you need without giving up anything. Can't ask any more than that.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Who's your favorite move? Mike, what do you got, bud? Who do you like best out of the group of guys we got?
My favourite move was getting rid of Gabby Harris today.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna double on that. You're right.
Yeah, I'm a triple on that.
I hold back on ripping that dude on Twitter because there's things I write and then I'm like, I'm just a racist. I don't need to send this. Like that's pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it's
The thing is,
Okay.
when this team is struggling with offense, you can't gift opponents extra outs, and that's like how many times this season has he made a mistake defensively that's given the other team an extra out, and then
It's mental lapses left and right, and he doesn't stop, man. He's unbelievably talented, but like you said, it just boneheaded plays all the time. His lack of focus hurts the team too much.
It seems like he doesn't. It seems like a lack of effort and a lack of care, quite frankly. I'd be ashamed if I did that shit. Pardon my French.
Well, didn't
He
dunk
comes
a
off
ground
as a
ball?
person that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, didn't he dunk a ground ball yesterday that led to a 2-run homer when there was
To a
2
three-
outs?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
3-run
right.
homer.
Oh, the
and
3-run homer. Yeah.
It was an easy play, right at the middle of the chest. Got a nice wind up, and just threw the ball in the dirt, more or less. And
Yeah.
the guy had to make a nearly awesome play to even get him out, and he didn't.
Yeah,
But-
it's just crazy. So I guess I'm going to have to join the party there in appreciating the Gabby Arias thing. We're still waiting for one more domino to fall, and that's our favorite relief pitcher with about 5 intro songs, Matt Festa. I don't know what dirt he's got on Stephen Vogt. That guy gives me nightmares. And I can't shake it. Who was I talking to that said, who was the pitcher that Tito loved? Was it Shaw that he liked?
Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw.
Yeah, a lot of people hated him. I like Brian Shaw.
Right, but do you think that Matt Festa is Stephen Vogt's or like version of Brian Shaw to Tito?
Here's my opinion on Matt Festa. Is he
Okay.
the greatest pitcher? No. Is he an inning eater? Yeah. But does he at least try his hardest all the time? Yes. He's just not good. Like I don't like go at people when they're trying their best and they're just not good or getting hit. This is where my problem with Gabby was. I think Gabby was one of those people. He plays the game for what the game gets him, not for the love of the game, and that's how I see it. I hate to say that about someone, but it just what it looks like when you said there's how many times have you seen him not run out of play where he could have been saved because someone bobbled the ball or something.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I understand exactly what you're saying, and it kind of goes to yesterday, obviously, when Gabby was making bad plays and the strikeouts, the Boo Birds were out at Progressive Field, and Cleveland fans are generally pretty forgiving, but it comes to a point where you just say, I can't take it anymore. I cannot take watching this person. We've got Drew there live betting strikeouts when these guys come to the plate.
Yeah, I before the Manzardo getting dropped and Arias getting DFA'd, I was live betting them strikeouts every time they were up, and I was making a lot of money off of it. That's how bad it's been.
We left you speechless, Jay.
Yeah. If I could not see Reese Hoskins so much in this lineup as much, that'd be great too. Because that dude, every time it's like so many people are on base, like he's gonna strike out. He's gonna strike out, and he struck out. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, the bases loaded yesterday, where we had bases loaded, and he immediately goes to strikes out on 3 pitches.
All you got to do, can we at least get one run out of that? What happened to the art of a sacrifice fly? I just don't gather how we can't do it.
They're just trying too hard to just hit the ball as hard as they can. Out as far as it's like, dude, just get contact on the baseball. That's all I have to do. Just make contact.
Dude, baseball's lost a lot of its fundamentals. Like base running is absolutely atrocious now. They're swinging at garbage, trying to hit a home run with everything. Like you talk to some of those old school players from the 90s and they'll all tell you, like, I can't understand why they're swinging the way they are. We were taught just get solid contact and the home runs come. Listen to Albert Bell. You listen to him all the time. He's been saying it for years, and I don't understand it all. Like it drives me nuts how they train players. And what the Guardians tried to do is they would bring up contact hitters and then try to change them into power hitters. I'm like, well, why the hell would you do that? They were great at being contact hitters. It messed Stephen Kwan all up, man.
Right,
and he finally went back to what he's good at.
Right. What is, and you mentioned it, guys that used to play, former Cleveland Indians, Guardians, Carlos Baerga. I mean, I'm sure you've had in-depth, you hosted a show.
Oh God, he gets so mad at some of the stuff they do. He gets so mad about the fundamentals of baseball being
He
lost.
must want to tear his hair out.
He ain't got no hair, otherwise he would.
Okay, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. I mean, I can only hope that this team can muster enough offense to support this pitching staff. Like you said, it can go toe-to-toe with anybody if we simply could consistently score some runs. The fact that Tanner Bibee is, 4-11 is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because the guy, other than a few outings, has pitched really daggone well and can't get any run support. And I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. What do you think about the rookie being pulled up? He already got his first hit today.
I'm loving Angel Hanao. I think that's great.
Is it Hanao? It's Angel Hanao, right?
Yes, Hanao.
Yeah, because I read it and I was like, I'm not going to say that right.
Genoa Salami. What is it? Genoa Salami? What? No, Angel Hanao. And
Angel.
That too. And I could see them at some point, if you're talking about first base, guys, what do you think when will Ralphie Velazquez maybe get an opportunity at first? Because he would be the next guy, I think, who would logically play at first base if we were to part ways or do something with Hoskins. I don't see it happening this season, but that's the guy that seems to be the odds-on favorite.
Sorry, I was watching this game. I got sucked into it.
That's all right. It seems like everybody else is. I'm the only guy who's committed to the gig here. Hey, but you know what, Jay? Do you know where you can find all of your favorite sporting apparel and sporting goods in Northeast Ohio?
No, tell me where I can go because I need some new gear.
Well, you need to head on out to Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville. Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville for all your sports apparel and footwear needs. They've got so much and more there. Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville.
Isn't that brand new? They just built that not too long ago, correct?
They did, and they hold events there. They've got golf simulators. You can get your golf.
They got Rockwall, don't they?
Yeah,
yes. They have everything there. You can have a big events there. It is a fantastic place to go.
I need to get. We just hit a home run? No. Stop.
Well, don't wait, Jay. Don't ask Drew because he's 20 seconds behind because of Fubo.
Well, I'm in Hulu, so I'm probably right with them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a possibility.
I'll never forget. We had a draft special in one year, and I had Hulu still, and we had Paul Brown that was in the UK, and his speed was faster than mine. I'm like, what the hell? Are you across the whole ocean? and you're getting it before me. Like, and I'm talking 20 seconds to be telling me the picks. I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
Great.
I'm literally 3 blocks down the road. I live in downtown. I live right by the stadium, and you're telling me I don't get it faster than Mike
thing
and
is,
you
we,
take?
we were doing our watch-alongs for the NBA playoffs, and my TV stream, because they show Sky Sports show the NBA playoffs, and I had to pause my TV so I wouldn't be ahead of these two guys.
Yeah, it was crazy. But like I say, head on out to Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville. As I like to say, it's not just a store, it's a destination. Dick's House of
it's an
Sport.
experience.
It is an experience. It's a proud sponsor of all of the podcasts on the Land Multimedia Group for all your fine sporting apparel needs and so on and so forth. Dick's House of Sport. What are you thinking about the Browns, my friend? I mean, you've done a good job of, I think, separating yourself and not getting sucked in too much.
You have to. I work there, so I can't say as much as I'd want to anymore. I don't know if I can or can't, but I ain't trying to get fired by saying something stupid on Twitter because I'm mad. But I'm excited for the future. Like, I really, really am. Like, I saw J.W. Johnson, and I'm not trying to be the bum who told Haslam to draft Johnny Manziel by any means. I told him that, and he laughed. I'm like, but I am now a couch GM, and I do million mock drafts, so I know everything there is to know about these players. And he's laughing. I'm like, but like, in all serious, I'm like, I don't care who you draft, but please give me a receiver. Like, I just need a big-time receiver. I'm so sick of not having these awesome receivers. Everybody else has these cool toys. I want a receiver. Please get me a receiver. He's like, oh, we'll get you something. He got me two. And they're both looking amazing in camp from what I'm hearing. So that's great. And I can't wait to see what Mason Graham is in his second year, because there's certain positions that it's really tough for players in their first year outside of quarterback, believe it or not. And defensive tackle and tight end are, just because the pure physicality of that position, that they just have to become stronger over time. You could be great with all your fundamentals, but these other guys are massive linemen trying to block you. So they just got to get stronger. And I can't wait to see him in his second year.
Yeah, I mean,
and the quarterback, I don't care, dude. I don't even care. Oh, I think it should be Shadur Sanders. I think they're wasting their time with Watson, to be honest with you.
No, you're not alone in that assessment. We heard Emmett kind of allude to that. We talked to Zach Jackson yesterday, and he did not pull any punches about his impression of what Watson can or cannot do going forward. I
mean, what's the point? You're going to sign him next year? They're like, oh, maybe. No, you're not. You're not going to sign that guy next year. You wasted too much time and money already on him. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I believe he's going to be the next great quarterback. No, but I want to see him get a fair chance, because he didn't last year. And he won that, 4 games out of 7 or whatever he played?
He was 3-4, but he showed, there were glimmers of hope. And that was in
with the worst line I've ever seen for this team. No receiver. Jerry Jeudy's dropping everything. The only person catching the ball for him is Harold Bannon. Let him give him a chance. Let him play with the ones all the time and let him get in sync. I think they're wasting their time splitting the reps right now. I think it's dumb.
Despite today's performance by Watson, I think that
still enough crap at the wall. Something's bound to stick.
Right. I feel you. Okay, guys, why don't you tell me that we should have bet the over half a home run for Tanner Bobby pitching tonight? For crying out loud. Every time.
Hey, at least they're all solos. He is the master of giving up only the solo home run when he does.
Well, let's hope. How are we losing to the Mets, guys?
We got to run. It's only the 4th inning.
We cannot.
Jose's not even playing.
I know, and that stinks. I just hope we can figure something out here. All right, guys, come on. I'll get back to the real talk here. I mean, guys, we asked Emmett about this, and kind of switching back a little bit to the Guardians. Just what did you make of the swiftness of that move?
We're only down 1 mile.
I mean, the swiftness was great, just because, like APJ said, like, he's had his opportunities. He's had what now 3 years to do something, and you've wasted your opportunities. So you get to leave. That's just how the game works. You're out of options. You can't go back down to Columbus. So the only other option is to get DFA'd and leave. So, once you exhaust all of your options, there's no more room for you. It's the same thing I wish we could do with Deshaun Watson at this point. How many years is it going to take him for him to knock off the rust just for him to get injured after 3 games? Like, at this point, you've exhausted all of your options. You're gone. You're done. Once your time is up, it's up. So it was about time that he had to get moved. And already we see Angel now get his first hit and his first at bat, and he's already done more than Arias has done in a month.
That's true. And Mike, I know you were celebrating all night long when that information came down. You've been screaming from the rafters about Gabby Arias, as we like to refer to him as DFA. So were you shocked that they finally pulled the trigger after last night?
A little bit, but then it was the same with Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor should have gone. What was his leash? 4 years?
Way too long. Way too long. That's how long the leash was. It was way too long.
That's a catcher. That's different, guys. It is different with catchers.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. Okay, well, give me your, I guess, explanation on that, Jay. I'd appreciate it.
Dude, a catcher, they don't even care what you bat most of the time. Long as you can call a game and be defensively fine behind the plate.
And that's the thing. I didn't think he was that great defensively. I always thought Hedgie was a better defensive catcher, and and calling a game. So I'm like, well, what is this guy giving?
But he had
us?
the potential to have the bat. That's why they stuck around with him.
Yeah, I think when you look at the minors with Huff and Engel in AAA, I think you're like, yeah, we've got other guys. And then obviously they made the move for Bailey, and you knew what was going to happen then.
Like I said, it's a rarity that you get a great hitting catcher, and if you have one, that is just a unique. Yeah, it's a huge bonus for your lineup.
Well, who was our last one? Wasn't it like Jan Gomes was the last like decent hitting catcher?
He was decent.
Vic the Stick.
Yeah, Victor Martinez was the last dude that raked. It was Victor.
Yeah, I was gonna say the dude that raked was Victor.
Right, and then I mean, what was the career average for Sandy? What was Sandy?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I'm sure tied 200, probably like 289 or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to this with Emmett, and I'll ask you because you love baseball, Jay. What do you make about the statistical measurements of, as opposed to batting average, people talking about slugging percentage and on-base percentage?
It drives me nuts.
What's that?
It drives me nuts, to be honest with you. I don't really quite understand OPS as much as I grew up like being a stat reader. Every day you get the plain dealer, and first thing I'm doing is reading every single box score from baseball and knowing every person's stats. And dude, average was huge. And you look at those 90s Indians teams that just produce insane amount of runs, and you go down their lineup, it's 300, 300, 290, 300, 300, 300. They're all batting 300. And if you were batting below the Mendoza line,
the Manzardo line,
the Mendoza line, hey, don't be making fun of my guy now. But, you weren't in the league. If you were batting 250, you better be a catcher. That's all I'm going to say. And like now, these guys are batting below 200, like 175, and I'm like, how are you doing this still? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at an AI overview. I'm not looking at anything official, but it says his career, Sandy Alomar Jr.'s career batting average was 273. Could you imagine if our catchers consistent?
Right now, Hedges is hitting pretty close to that.
He finally, it's amazing. He's rejuvenated his career by switching up his batting. It's unreal. I'm amazed and shocked and impressed.
Wait, you're telling me a catcher developed a hitting way late in his career? No way.
I know.
I told you, they always concentrate on how they call a game and pitch and stuff. Hitting's supposed to come second unless you just or one of those natural hitting catchers. But yeah,
Right,
that's why they take time with catchers, man. And
I
you gotta
mean,
you gotta be patient with them.
in 1994, now granted that was the strike shortened season, but he played 80 games. Let's see, 288, 300 in 95, only played in 66 games, and 125 games in 97. He hit 324. 324 with 21 bombs and 83 RBI and 37 doubles. Can you imagine, guys? If we
look at
had
some
a
of the
catcher who
catchers
could do
from
that,
that era, though. Look at the you had Pudge Rodriguez, who I think is the greatest catcher of all time.
Piazza,
great hitting catcher, not the best of fielding, but not horrible. But that dude could rake. But Pudge, man, that was the guy who could do both. He could gun you out, but you just didn't run on the guy, and he was always good.
Who was the catch? Was Kruk wasn't? Was it Dalton or Kruk in Philly? That was a catcher. Who? Kruk was the catcher. Okay, sorry. I tried to. My foggy memory. I'm old. Okay, I'm sorry. I they call
Jorge Posada in New York was a hitter.
Yep. And Mike calls Mike over there. He calls me, all right, Grandpa. When I fall asleep early, he calls me Grandpa.
We got another paw.
Essentially, I'm not as handy. I can't fix anything. I call a guy.
Or I call a guy too.
Yeah, I definitely. All right, Jay, I know you also had some feelings, opinions. What do you think about what the Cavs are doing or not doing?
They need to do something. That's all I know. You better make a move because everybody else got better. That was not getting LeBron James hurt. It really did bother me. I wish, because I thought he was not so much it's the great story, which has been nice. He was literally the perfect piece that we needed. And that's what bothered me the most. I was like, man, damn, if you got him, I thought they were going to win it. They were the best team. And he had the leadership to teach that team and all those players to show them what it takes to win a championship. And they dropped the ball on it. And I don't know what they had to give up to get what player he wanted, but I would have given up Evan Mobley for Jaylen Brown if it got me LeBron in a championship. Everyone's like, oh, you got to play for the future. No, play for the now, win a championship, worry about tomorrow.
Well, right. I think we're all on the same page. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't worry. We all saw those videos on Twitter today of Evan Mobley fixing his three-point jumper again. Love to see those every year as much as the same as
soft, man. He drives me crazy.
Well, and then the photos earlier, a month ago, of oh, look, Evan Mobley's looking jacked. Cool, he added 5 pounds. Great. He's still not going to do
those
anything
5
with
pounds going to hold on to the ball better when you're inside and people, as soon as he someone bodies him and he's got that ball right there, out of his hands, I'm like, man, you're 7 feet tall. Your hands should be massive. How the hell are you dropping the basketball all the time?
Well, first of all, why are they trying to turn him into a ball handler? I really don't.
He can ball handle. That's the thing. It just.
Well, do you think it's more how much, if you had to break up a percentage of it being literally physicality, a physical weakness, and how much of it is maybe a mentality,
50-50.
psychological? 50-50. So I think that he's got to fix the mental part of it.
Yeah. He's mentally soft, which is the hardest to overcome. You could be, if you're physically soft, you could just work out, and that just comes. You can't, and then inevitably, but getting over your mental hurdles is much harder than anything.
I mean, I love the guy. He seems like he is just an amazing dude, and he's soft spoken, and that's great.
Yeah, I want him to be meaner, man.
Right.
I go hang out with Kevin Garnett.
Get with KG. Man, can we get Rick Mahorn, John Sally, and Bill Lambier up in here to talk to that guy?
I'm telling you, if he had the mentality of Kevin Garnett, he'd be just as good.
Oh, he'd be a dog.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't have that mentality. He doesn't want to bite your head off and bite a kneecap on his way up or whatever the hell the coach said the one
Dan
time.
Campbell.
Bit of Draymond Green into him, but not too much.
Hey, what do you guys think about the new basketball team name?
I love it.
I like it.
I think it's the best team name in Cleveland. Swear you not. And no one's going to agree with me. but I think it's original. No one's using it. It's very appropriate. It's great for the girls' team. And man, sirens are scary, bro. So good luck.
Well, let me throw this out there to you, Jay. I don't know if I told you this when we were talking on the phone. There was a survey that went out to the women's soccer team, and one of the team names that was suggested was Cleveland Sirens.
The basketball team's like, it's ours.
I wonder if there was any communication between the organizations, like, hey,
I'm sure there was.
You know, I'd love to know that, but no, I think it's great, and I know that I don't have as big of an audience, but I need to be like someone in Cleveland media who's going on social media and politicking to be the voice of the Sirens. So I'd like to formally nominate myself and advocate for myself to be the radio voice for the Sirens should someone like Tim Alcorn not be given that position like Joe Tate did it. So
Tim Alcorn? Please, he's no Ethan.
I appreciate that. Tim's an amazing guy. I don't know.
I'm sure he is.
No, I don't know if you've ever actually had an opportunity to meet him or talk to him, but the guy he is fantastic, and he's kind of a disciple and was very very close to Joe Tate, and so hearing him is to me as close to Joe Tate as you're gonna get. And Cleveland, we've talked about it before, is so blessed to have the voices in this town that we do. So I don't know, but I'm just gonna advocate for myself right here to all the people.
I'm gonna advocate for you too.
I'm advocate for you too.
I thank you. Me too. I'm in.
You got advocators in multiple countries, multiple states. You got this, bro.
All right. I like the Sirens.
All right.
That's it. It is an excellent name. It is absolutely an excellent name. So
I like the colors because I love blue. I like the logos, the script. I thought it did really good marketing. The video was really fun to watch.
They did a very good job. I mean, Mike,
only thing I was disappointed is I thought they were going to be in the league next year and that we could draft my favorite player, Juju Watkins, but no, my dreams got crushed.
Well, Mike,
I was like, oh, wait, not to 2028? I don't think Juju Watkins is going to be in that draft. Damn.
Yeah. Well, now, Mike, you were saying that we don't automatically get the first draft pick as an expansion team. Is that correct?
From what I've seen, because like the last couple of drafts, when there's been expansion teams, they haven't got the first pick. They've been like 5th or 6th around that range in the first round.
Do they have a lottery like the NBA?
I am not sure. I'll look while we're.
I don't know how the entire system works, but I know.
If it's a lottery, we got that a lot. Cleveland we just win lottery picks. It's what we do.
I'm going to look it up right now while we're chatting about it. But what do you think? As I'm looking for that,
Rookie got another hit. Or on base, I don't know if he got a hit, but he's on base.
Yeah, he got a hit. The third baseman was playing more towards shortstop, and he slapped it down the third base line.
Went the other way.
Yeah.
Even better.
Okay, here it is. According to AI, and I think which is a summary of something. When multiple WNBA expansion teams enter the league at the same time, the draft order is determined by a pre-draft coin toss. The winner chooses either the first overall selection in the expansion draft or the higher pick, number 6 instead of number 7 in the upcoming annual college draft. The selection order then follows a snake format that alternates between the rounds. So I guess in the expansion draft, you can yoink players from other teams, a la like when people had to be unprotected for the NFL and the Browns got screwed because they were like, oh, we can't have them being as successful as Carolina and Jacksonville.
Don't want to talk about that.
But
still pissed off about that, dude.
But you know what, Jay? The Browns were in the playoffs. What was that? Their third season? Or their third or fourth season? They were already in the playoffs. And
it was the 0-2 season.
Right. So 99, 001, 01, 02. So the fourth season and the third season, they were on the cusp until we got, we had Bottlegate.
Did you see the players we got in the expansion draft?
I understand that. I completely understand that, what you're saying. I'm just saying that even with that happening, they were in the playoffs and they were contending for the playoffs by the third year. and they were in the playoffs in the 4th year. And after that, well, I mean,
right.
Butch Davis and
I'm manifesting a Chase Lauder home run right now. It's going to happen.
All right, what do we got? What's the? It's still 3-1 in the top or bottom of the 5th, I should say.
2 on, first and second, 3-1. Chase Lauder's up, no outs, 0-1 count.
All right. Well,
Fly out and ground out today.
All right. So you're predicting that. That's good. What do you think? Do you think the Guardians can make a run and at least catch the White Sox and win the Central?
Last year I said we were going to catch the Tigers when we were like 10 games out. So yeah, I think we can catch the White Sox. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm always going to say we can catch them. It's the American League Central, and I don't think the White Sox, they got a tough road ahead, but we got to win the series that we got with them coming up.
Over the weekend, we've got it. We need to take this. Boston currently leading the White Sox 2-0 at the end of the 3rd. Red Sox are hot. They are red hot. No pun intended there. And if, let's say they did that or whatever it is, do you feel they could legitimately make a run through the AL to possibly to make it to the World Series? Could they make ALCS? Where do you see the ceiling?
Ceiling is making it to the World Series. Winning it, that's tough to predict. But they got the starting pitching to win in this AL. Like, the AL is down. Take advantage of it and get in the world. If you can get to the World Series and get a couple guys hot and that pitching stays great, you can do anything.
Good call. Good call. What about you guys? How confident are you in their potential, now that we've made these moves that we've made?
Well, I mean, we were 10 games back at this time last year, so we're only 3 back now. So yeah, I definitely think we could catch them and make a solid run in the playoffs. I mean, like ABJ said, we have one of the best rotations in baseball. I think we have like a top 6 bullpen in the league as well. So,
you know what we need to do? The situation we're in right now is what we need to improve on. No outs, bases loaded. If you don't get a run here, I'm kind of pissed off at this team. I might turn off the game.
Well, we finally got a guy who could hit right now, and Joe Adele up to bat.
Yeah, the new guy.
Are they? Is there a pitching change, or is New York sticking with their?
It's a manager visit, mound
visit.
visit.
What do you guys predict? What's this guy going to do?
Grand slam,
I'm gonna say sack fly.
Sack fly, Mike.
Grand slam, why not?
Yeah, I like your style.
I do like that. I'm gonna go with a base clearing double in the gap.
I'll go with a sharp single with two run single.
Any of the above will work. Please, I'll even take a sack fly. Just please, can we please tie this game up and knock these guys around? The Mets stink. They stink.
Seriously.
But what have I been saying about this team for months on end? Like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, you're
just anything other than a strikeout.
or a pop out.
Yeah, or a pop out in the infield.
Come on. I'm not watching. Everyone is ahead of me. All I've got is the ESPN.
But those Mike's ahead of all of us.
He is, and I'm just like,
not
all right,
fair.
well, whatever.
What were we yesterday? 2 of 13 or something?
I don't. Runners in scoring position. I don't want to think about it. It was absolutely brutal, and we knew they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Who has the best football rant ever? Coaching rant ever?
Playoffs.
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 Playoffs. We're gonna talk about.
You want to win a game? You want to talk about playoffs? That was the best one of all time.
Playoffs. We can't even win a game.
Playoffs. Don't talk about it. Playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs.
And I mean, and then who could forget?
We talking about practice, not a game. Not a game. We talking about
practice.
Practice, man.
Struck out.
I mean, how silly is that?
We swung up here, so it was just outside.
Oh no!
We are all wrong.
Oh no! Who's up now? Oh, all right. Well, we got Lowe. All right, come on. Let's go. All right, Nathaniel Lowe. All right, let's go around the room here. What do we think we could do?
This guy strikes out too.
Oh, if he hits into, can we at least?
I'm gonna stick with my sack fly.
I'm just trying to change the fortune.
Well, we just
there's my single. I told you.
Oh, you gotta
He
say
won't do what I say, so I said he's gonna strike out. 2-run single. Tied up.
All right, we got.
wait. There it is. Yeah, now I got
Bizarre's up next.
it.
That's great. It just
It's what we needed, man. I'm telling you, it is like
It's so
you're like
refreshing to have
clogged
guys who
up
can
and
hit
you
the ball.
finally get that relief in the bathroom, and you're just like, finally. The
Hey.
stomach pain, it's gone.
give these all some I guess it would be Metamucil, a figurative dose of Metamucil every day before they get up to the plate. They absolutely
Prune
need that.
juice.
Prune juice, excellent choice. I'm not a big fan of it, but that's okay.
No, it's disgusting.
There might have been some times in my youth where I had to use the old prune juice. That was no fun. I know on the high holidays for the Jewish holidays in the fall, those type of harvest holidays, you get the prunes, the dates, and those types of things. I'm not down with the prunes. I'm not. We're not doing prunage here. Even prune fingers bother me. A little too wet there.
Just stay in the shower too long and get pretty fingers.
I got prune fingers. I don't like it. So, all right, we'll wait till the end of the fifth here. Catch how this goes, and then I think that we've reached a point where we've kind of beat a dead horse here. We've talked about a lot of different topics here, and if anyone's got anything at that juncture that has them going nuclear, I would love to let them scream at people and share what has them going nuclear if they would like. And I'll be sure to thank everybody again. Jay, I want to thank you obviously for being with us. There's just an open door policy for you to be here. We love having you on, and I appreciate you being with us and being a strong supporter and a good friend.
Anytime, man. It's always fun coming out with you guys.
Yeah.
Been nice getting on a couple podcasts lately. I've been in my not retirement, but on a hold, a break, you could say, since my last podcast. It was like a year break.
Right. Because you were on the Browns Blitz, right? You were on Rod and Rod Bloom and his brother. Is it Jeff? Yeah, Jeff and Rod. Is that it?
Yeah, all great guys.
They are. I love them. And I did their podcast and such, and they're part of the Fanatical Elves Network. And I feel like they could talk to you in a very soft and soothing voice. And you might fall asleep as you're listening to the audiobook. But they are awesome guys. I do love them.
They have voices for like audiobooks.
Yeah, absolutely they do. They could be very very soothing. Very soothing. Can we get a sack fly here? Can we please take...
No, it's 2 outs. You can't get a sack fly.
Oh, I forgot it's 2 outs. Oh, Bazana.
Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, that's what happened.
He went down, Mike.
Well, that is the so folks who wait a second. Huh? It says he struck. Oh, I'm sorry. So wait, Rokio's up with 2 down now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the kind of game we have to win because it's tied in the 5th and they've lost most of their bullpen because they traded like 5 guys away at the deadline.
Hey, 5 Guys Burgers, nice. We were just talking about that last night.
Hey guys, the wife is calling me. I finally got to eat dinner, so letting them know.
Okay, well, let me give you this opportunity, Jay. Do you have anything that's got you going nuclear?
Yeah, the fans that were upset about the Guardians moves. I think you sound ridiculous when you're out there. When a team does something like that, just be appreciative that they're trying to win it. And if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then shut the hell up for once.
Well, I do appreciate it. That is a good thing to have you going nuclear here. What's got me going nuclear is the stupid Guardians who can't drive in a stinking run. Come on, guys.
We just tied it.
I know, but we need to score more. We only got 2 runs. Come on. I'm impatient. Will you do something? I don't know. Well, Jay, if you have to be, to be headed out, we appreciate it. We understand the wife is calling, and that is very important.
Yes, happy wife, happy life.
Yes,
absolutely.
Exactly. Got to have.
I don't want her going nuclear.
No, we do not want her going nuclear about that. What's taking so long? You're ahead of us, Mike. Anything happen?
And they're out. He flied out.
All right. Well, that brings.
And
us
I'm
to
out.
And Jay, thank you very much for being with us. Look forward to having you on again. It's an open door policy, and I'll look forward to.
Let's just shoot for around playoff time.
Playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs. All right, Jay, thank you very much.
Later.
And have a good evening,
Thank you.
sir. Thank
Later,
you.
guys.
Later.
All right. All right. Well, guys, for those of you who are sticking with us, thank you very much for being with us. We were just waiting, kind of chattering a little bit. It's the end of the 5th inning. Guardians and Mets tied at 3. I want to give you guys an opportunity to let everybody know if there's anything that has you going nuclear this week and today. Mike, Drew, either of you have anything that's got you going nuclear? More trash in your building, Drew?
No, I have mine. I have one, but it's work related. Because it's work training videos.
Oh God.
Well, I more specifically, I'm talking like the harassment videos and all. So it's like, first and foremost, I work from home. who am I harassing besides myself? Why do I need to take a harassment course? Like, oh, sorry, I'm harassing my cat. Oh yeah.
Stop harassing me in WhatsApp.
Yeah, who am I going to harass? I work from home. It's not like I work in the building. Like, I understand, like, when I worked at Target or something, that makes a lot of sense because I'm working with a whole bunch of different people. But when I'm working from home, you really think I'm going to be messaging everyone and just saying some stupid jokes or whatever and harassing? I'm like, no. Why do I have to? And mind you, why do I have to do it like every other month? Like like I've done this already like 2 months ago. And it's like, this should be like a once a year type of thing. Like, why am I doing this like once every 2 months? I don't need to do this all the time. Like, who's harassing somebody at home? Like, is one of our other employees, because we're also bought by a company in Germany, is someone in Germany harassing another person in the company and then we all have to suffer from it? Like, what's going on? I'm just a lonely home worker. Like, I'm just chilling by myself. What am I doing wrong? Why am I having to do this? So, and it's like the other ones I can make sense because obviously it's like more so like I don't remember what they're called. I have to look back at them, but it's the one that's like the harassment ones just make no sense to me for like working at home.
Yeah, it makes no sense given the circumstances. And you can, and then do you get the cybersecurity one?
That's the one. That's the other one. The cybersecurity one. Yeah.
Watch out for this. And then they show you these ridiculous examples, and it's these terrible actors in these videos.
Yeah. It's so annoying. And yeah, then same with the harassment was. It was like Johnny was talking about Katie or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool. I don't care. Like I mean, I do care because harassment's bad, but like it has nothing to do with me right now because I work from home.
My goodness. my goodness. That, yeah. I look, I'm in this. Not the harassment videos, thank goodness, but I would be in the same boat since I work from home as well. I appreciate that one. Mike, is there anything that has you going nuclear? I mean, now you're in a happy place because we got rid of DFA and Man Zero is down in Columbus.
Matt Fester's the only one left now. Sean Armstrong's out for the year, basically, because he's gone on the 60-day IL. So that rules him out for pretty much the majority of the rest of the season. So.
Right, all right. But is there anything that's on your mind? Anything got you going nuclear this week?
It's been taken. Just fans moaning, like contradicting what they're saying. Like people saying the Guardians don't make moves at the deadline, and then they actually go and make some moves, and then they're moaning about the quality of the moves. Like, did they expect us to go and get Pete Alonso at first base or Dela Cruz in the outfield, or where? Does he play in the outfield?
Yeah,
I think shortstop. Yeah,
guys like that. It's like, really.
Well, it's what Emmett was saying, and this was what we were. The whole line. He was mad a few years ago when they traded away Savali and Josh Bell, and then we made this move to get Kyle Manzardo.
We were getting out, and then we go to Houston afterwards or something, if I remember.
Yeah, and they sent the front office down to Houston to talk to the guys because they were ticked. They're like, you just gave up on the season. We're a game out of first place, and you gave up. And that's where the funny thing, I was told Kyle Manzardo, and I wanted to suggest to Emmett, he needs to have a segment on the show, the I was told segment. I was told could be a whole segment. Maybe we'll have to take.
Talking of that, there's a question you've got to ask him about.
Oh no! What did I not get to?
It was the Do you remember his source for LeBron?
I couldn't get to it. I was running out of time.
I know, but
wanted.
yeah. That could have been perfectly placed in this segment for that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that, but I just was trying to, with our limited amount of time, and we really, folks, who are still with us.
Well, there you go. Bibby's just gave up another solo.
Oh, for crap. So let me finish.
Adele couldn't quite reach it. It was just out of reach for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, let me finish one thought, and then I'll turn to that. For those of you who may not have been with us earlier this evening, be sure to go and check out our YouTube channel and check out the episode. We had Emmett Golden on, who was so gracious with his time. We were talking a lot of things, including some soccer and other Cleveland sports stuff. But Emmett Golden, co-host of The Next Level on ESPN Cleveland, 850 WKNR Cleveland, a good Karma brand station. He is a co-host of Hammer and Emmett on Saturdays, and he also is a co-host of Game Night on ESPN National Radio, usually Mondays through Wednesdays, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So be sure to check him out. And so that is what we are referencing. He was so gracious with his time. Well, now I know what has me going nuclear. What has me going nuclear is Tanner Bybee giving up home runs. How is it that you can continually give up these bombs? How on earth? Dude, seriously, if you could merely cut down by like half of the home runs, could you just imagine? What's his line tonight? He's got 9 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts tonight?
10 Ks, yeah, 10
strikeouts. And the home run is killing us. How many? 3 solos? 3 solo shots, and we're losing 4-3 because we've got an incompetent bunch of boob offense. That has me going nuclear. I can't take it. Him in the solo shot. Dude, seriously. To the Mets.
Well, at least it's like APJ said. At least it's all solo home runs and not with people on base. Could be a lot worse.
Oh, but Drew, we can't.
I know
score.
I know that's the issue. Is we can't score runs.
And the nights he throws beautifully, we literally
can't score a run.
Can't score a run, or the bullpen blows it for him. And I feel bad on those nights. So I'm not saying he's a bad pitcher, but his the gift of giving up home runs by Tanner Bybee and Gavin Williams, for that matter, too, has me going nuclear. It drives me nuts. It has me going nuclear. I'm so angry I can't even spit it out right. And now we got Sabrowski. Hopefully he can find a strike zone, and that's another thing that has me going nuclear. Why is it that when you see a pitcher start to struggle, you wait, and you wait, and you wait some more before you make him visit to the mound? Last night, it was obvious Joey Cantillo was not having it last night. After that error by Gabby Arias, he proceeds to walk the next guy. He can't find the strike zone, and it wasn't until after, and a triple. After he gives up the home run, that they come out and talk to him. What?
Because he's just smashed his
Quan just smashed into the wall, so he's down hurt now.
I think the Guardians.
Hopefully he's okay, but it didn't look great on his shoulder.
Oh, lovely, just lovely. Well, at least we've got an extra outfielder now or something, I suppose. I guess we rotate everybody over. So that's starting to have me going nuclear. But seriously, why does it seem that either the catcher or the pitching coach or the manager seem to not realize when there's a problem or when a guy has lost it on the mound, and they wait, and it's always too late? It's kind of like guys you talk about last year for Tottenham. They would always wait too long to make the substitution. And while we're waiting to make the substitution, we give up the goal that either surrenders the lead, or either we're tied and then we're down a goal, or we're up a goal and they surrender the lead before they make the substitutions. It's like they're sitting on their hands waiting and waiting and waiting and not doing anything. It just it's mind-boggling.
That used to drive me insane with Spurs though. Like you could sit there watching the game and you could see them losing control of the game,
Yeah.
and then the manager makes the changes after you've conceded the goal. It's like with everyone watching it, seen it coming for like the last 10 minutes. It's like you needed to make that change earlier.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs when he was hanging on to his timeouts as we were blowing the game in Game 1 against the Knicks. And he did it so often. I can't understand it. I know I'm sitting here in my chair and on my couch and I'm not the coach. Obviously, these people have done something to get to that level. So they have a certain philosophy, but it doesn't make sense. There's no logic in it. So all of those things have me going nuclear. So he got a 2-strike count on this guy. Can Sobrowski actually get out of it? What has happened to Sobrowski, by the way? I want to wait till we see if we can get this bum out. But what has happened to Sobrowski? He's kind of fallen apart after he's come back from injury.
I mean, that's probably just what it is. You know, coming back from injury, especially for a pitcher, is a little bit tough. I believe it was wasn't it his throwing arm too? That was causing him to. So I mean, especially when it's your shoulder or of your throwing arm or whatever, it's extremely difficult to come back from, even in the smallest regard.
Sure.
So I do think it's going to take, you know, a few weeks, you know, for him to get back to normal. But that's just the extent of being a pitcher and injuring your arm. It takes a while for you to get everything right again.
Yeah, that is absolutely tough. Absolutely tough. Well, the Guardians get out of it, but they do surrender the lead on another solo shot by the Mets, and so we're going to leave it there. Middle of the 6th inning, the Mets over top of the Guardians 4-3. Guys, thank you very much. We've done 2 great shows 2 nights in a row. Had some awesome guests. We had Zach Jackson last night. Folks, if you didn't see that one, please go check it out on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all the great programming as part of the Land Multimedia Group. And tonight we had on Emmett Golden and Always Positive. Jay, just some amazing conversations and commentary on what's going on in the world of sports from Cleveland all the way to England across the pond there, as we got to talk with Emmett tonight about Tottenham Hotspur soccer and the Premier League. So that was fantastic. Be sure to check all of those out. Guys, great stuff tonight. As always, thank our sponsor, Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville. Be sure to check them out. So for Mike Pellegrini and Drew Hagenbaugh, I'm Ethan Greenberg, and you've been tuned in to Going Nuclear, full-blown coverage of the Land right here on the Land Multimedia Group.